Shabbat Shalom, Chodesh Tov, and welcome everyone. I'm Rabbi Joshua Davidson, and beside me is my beloved friend and mentor, Rabbi David Gelfand. And with us are Rabbis Sarah Reines, Sarah Sapatin, Melissa Beyer-Whitman, student Rabbi Emma Dubin, cantors Mo Glasman, Arena Altschul, and our wonderful choir and musicians accompanied by Jack Cohn. Together, we welcome you to Friday Night Live, a celebration sponsored by the Temple Emanu-El Stryker Cultural Center, Temple Israel, and the Tish family, and highlighted tonight by Achinoam Nini and Gil Dor, legendary Israeli musicians who will help us celebrate Israel's 75th birthday in anticipation of Yom HaAtzmaut next week. This is the 5th year that Temple Emanu-El and Temple Israel have come together for this celebration. And frankly, some questioned whether we should do so this year or not. Many of us are deeply concerned about the direction of Israel's current government. If we take the principles of democracy seriously, we cannot ignore what its most influential leaders hope to do. Their intended judicial reforms jeopardize basic civil liberties, and other proposed legislation threatens the rights of members of the LGBTQ+ community, non-Orthodox Jews, and women. Arab Israelis will suffer, and the prospects of lasting peace with the Palestinians will grow dimmer. Our Jewish commitment to social justice demands that we protest. In fact, countless Israelis have urged us to lift our voices so that Israel's leaders hear us and know that the world is watching. Sadly, many American Jews gave up on Israel long ago. But our commitment to Israel is not bound to any one government or party, but to the necessity of a Jewish democratic state, home to nearly half of world Jewry. One may not fully appreciate the importance of Israel to Jewish survival until one has experienced the type of anti-Semitism we are now beginning to taste in America. But ask European Jewry or Argentinian Jewry what the fact of Israel means to them. Or consider those who perished during the Shoah because there was no state of Israel to offer them refuge. Today, more Jewish children are being born in Israel than in any other nation of the world. Imperfect as it is, the state of Israel is the fulfillment of a 2,000-year-old hope. And having waited 2,000 years for it, we will not give up on it. So just as the hundreds of thousands of Israelis who have taken to the streets in protest have embraced the Israeli flag as a sign of their commitment to the nation as they believe it can yet be, so we link ourselves to them by embracing Yom HaAtzmaut in celebration of Israel's 75th birthday.
Thank you, Rabbi Davidson. What a joy and a privilege it is once again to share in this celebration of the modern state of Israel. Truly a modern miracle. Without a doubt, I can speak on behalf of my congregation, Temple Israel of the City of New York, that we are not only grateful to share with you this year while our facility is under construction, a massive project that affects every inch of the building, to be able to have shared with you in several services, but none more important than this. For we see ourselves as a congregation that is deeply committed to Zionism. If I'm not mistaken, somewhere along each person in this room who is an American, you like me or I like you, were perhaps not exactly happy with one president or another. Some of us protested against the war in Vietnam. Some of us joined in other forms of protest. But nonetheless, we, as an American Jewish community and as individuals within it, stand deeply committed to the values of democracy and of this nation. So how can we possibly fathom celebrating 75 years? Think with me for a moment. I'm going to guess that a few of you in this room celebrated your mother's 75th birthday. Did you always agree with your mother? Did your mother always agree with you? The truth of the matter is that we are part of Klal Yisrael, an international community of Jews that spans not only the globe today, but going back 4,000 years. And God willing, we will continue to do that. Remain committed not only to the particulars that Rabbi Davidson mentioned, but to everything that we can do to strengthen the quality of life for those who seek refuge in Israel, the citizens of Israel, those who immigrate to Israel, and those who wish to be a part of the story of Israel. So tonight we come ready to celebrate the spirit of a loved one, ready to celebrate through song, ready to speak words of prayer, of poetry, of aspirations, of hopes, and of dreams. After all, if those who came before us were able for almost 2,000 years to hope and to pray and to sing, and we are the beneficiary of those who created the modern state of Israel, hopefully we will find ways to affirm the values of our Torah that speak to us of human rights, of dignity for all human beings, and for the belief that Israel can be a light unto the nations. But first we need to dust off the light, and then we need to make sure it works right, and then we need to protect it, cherish it, and God willing, to love it and be loved by it. It is in that spirit that we join together tonight as one sacred community, singing, praying together.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. הנה מה טוב. There are those of us who carry years.
There are those who tarry years.
There are those who are born to us.
And there are those who come to us.
And there are those who know their dreams. And those who dream to know. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. There are those of us who reach for heaven. There are those who reach for hands. There are those whose faith is rock, and those who question God's command.
And there are those who just don't know the word.
And those who know where they stand.
Hine matov umanayim. How wonderful it is to be together in community. Tonight, I want to give special mention to our Calling Generations community. Calling Generations consists of incredible teens and adults who connect with each other through weekly phone calls, building sacred community across the generations. We are so honored to have so many of you with us tonight. And now, as we turn to our candle lighting on page 2, it is my honor to call another special family among us. Sam Buller, would you and your family please join us on the bima? Wait, before you light. Oh. So Sam, tomorrow you will be called to Torah as a bar mitzvah. What a moment, what a milestone. We hope you feel a great sense of accomplishment as you stand here tonight, knowing you've worked so hard to reach this moment, logging many hours studying Hebrew, learning your prayers, writing your fantastic sermon. The task was certainly not easy, but you embraced it with abundant enthusiasm, determination, and fortitude. As but one token of our immense pride, we share 2 gifts for you. First, in front of you is a bar mitzvah certificate signed by your clergy, all of whom are so very proud of you. And second is a Kiddush cup. It's in that box. You can open it later, and we hope that you will take it with you on your Jewish journey. We hope there will be many countless reasons to use it, to raise it up, and to enjoy it. May you move from strength to strength, today, tomorrow, every day in the future. Mazel tov. And now you can light the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של
We turn now to our Kabalat Shabbat, our joyous receiving of Shabbat, as we continue with Lecha Dodi on page 4.
Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabelah לקרא כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא כלה פני שבת נקבלה
שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד ישמענו אל המיוחד אדוני ייחוד שמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה
לך דודי לקרא כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא כלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי, אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה, לך דודי לקרא כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקרא כלה פני שבת נקבלה. We're going to sing on La. Let's raise our voices as one community. Here we go. You know the melody. La 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 la. La 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 la. Don't be shy. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. לך דודי לקרא כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא כלה
פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא כלה פני
Please rise for our call to worship, the Baruch Hu. You may be seated. When I look out my window today and see a tree standing there, that tree gives me a greater sense of beauty and personal delight than all the vast forests I have seen in Switzerland or Scandinavia, because every tree here was planted by us. It was nursed to life by the water we brought to it at such cost and effort. Why does a mother love her children? Because here again, they are her creation. Why does the Jew have affinity for Israel? Because here again, everything remains to be accomplished. It is his privilege and his place to share in this creative act. The trees at Sde Boker speak to me in a special way, in another language than other trees anywhere, not only because I helped to grow them, but because they constitute a gift of man to nature and a gift of the Jews to the cradle of their culture. Please join me at the top of page 7. With love for all whom you have borne, you planted a tree of life for us. In love you have given us Torah. In love you have made Shabbat, the heritage of all who seek you. Oh, your love is our crowning glory. May it never depart from our lives. And in love returned, we will proclaim you one. We rise and say together, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God. Adonai is one.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Shem kavod malchuto le'olam va'ed. Baruch Shem kavod malchuto le'olam va'ed. Together, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Yalai, la, 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 yalai, la, 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 yalai, la, 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 yalai, 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 la, 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 yalai, la, la, yalai, la, 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 yalai, yalai, mi Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, Torah tehilo, ose pele, Torah tehilo, ose pele, malechutcha ra'u banecha, ukei hayam lifnei Moshe Miriam, Adonai, im lo le'olam, you clap,
We are taught V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, and the people of Israel shall keep Shabbat. But what does it really mean to keep Shabbat? Is it to remember as one remembers a birthday or an anniversary? Or is it to guard as one guards a castle from invaders? Or is it to hold on to as a mother cradles a child? Perhaps most ironically, we keep Shabbat best by learning how to let go, by leaning into the release of this moment, by easing into the expanse of this day, and by resting our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. Maybe it is that by learning how to loosen our grip, we succeed most valiantly in keeping our faith. We continue now with the singing of V'shamru on page 10.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובני ישראל אותי לעולם. בני ובני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ.
ושמרו בני ישראל, את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יא לה לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah האל הגבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה.
Eternal is your might, O God, and great is your saving power. In love you sustain the living. In your great mercy you sustain us all. You uphold the falling and heal the sick, free the captive, and keep faith with your children in death as in life. We praise you, Eternal One, the source of life. You may be seated. Along our life's journeys, our bodies and souls suffer moments of pain, bruising, and brokenness. Our healing prayer is an opportunity to ask that God give us and the ones we love strength as we traverse a path towards healing. And so we ask you to call to mind those who are struggling with illness, those suffering from a broken spirit, and the selfless individuals using their own healing hands to bring aid and comfort to those we love. God, we ask to ease our pain, calm our fears, and give us courage, and surround us with sheltering peace.
Binder of wounds, counter of uncountable stars, you know who we are.
הרופא לי שבורי לב ומחבש לעצבותם מונה מספר לכוכבים לכולם שמות יקרא
We pause now for silent meditation and prayer, asking the Holy One to give us a quiet heart and help us hear that still small voice that speaks within each of us.
Every day the sun will rise and shine upon our land, urging us to realize we must walk hand in hand.
People who were once at war, at last will understand.
It's a sign we can't ignore. We must walk hand in hand.
In this world we will survive. Give thanks to God above, 'cause we know that risen we are all alive in God's eternal life. לכן רק שירו שיר לשלום, אל תלחש תפילה. לכן רק שירו שיר לשלום, בצעקה גדולה. תנו להשם ישלח הדור מבעד לפרחים.
שו עיניים בתקווה, בדרך הבנות.
שירו שיר לאהבה ולא למלחמות. אל תגידו יום יבוא, הביאו את היום.
לכן רק שירו שיר לשלום,
אל תלחשו תפילה.
לכן רק שירו שיר לשלום, בצעקה גדולה.
Page 15.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגבי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים.
Once I sat on the steps by a gate at David's tower. I placed my 2 heavy baskets at my side. A group of tourists was standing around their guide, and I became their target marker. You see that man with the baskets? Just right of his head, there's an arch from the Roman period. Just right of his head. But he's moving, he's moving. I said to myself, redemption will come only if their guide tells them, you see that arch from the Roman period? It's not important, but next to it, left and down a bit, there sits a man who's bought fruit and vegetables for his family.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ.
The poet and paratrooper Hannah Senesh writes, there are stars up above so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with the people that we love. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us on earth is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember, we remember. Eretz Yisrael lost a tremendous star this week whose brilliance now lights the heavens and our lives for all eternity. In so many ways, artist and activist Yonatan Geffen embodied what is good and true and hopeful and lasting about Israel. In one of his most famous songs, he reminds us that though the clown has become a king, that though children go off to war, that though we have forgotten the way, Yihye Tov, it will be better, because we remain together with each other. And so we heed his words, no matter how broken our hearts, no matter how dim our days and nights might feel right now. As we remember people who are members of and beloved to members of both of our congregations, Congregation Emanu-El and Temple Israel, and anyone who you are thinking of at this moment, who you have loved and who you have lost. And so, as we recite the names of these people, please just remember that this is not a list, that every person is a shining star, every person is a universe. We remember Louise Bamberger, Doris Burke, Sidney Blitzer, William Berger, Ellen Dwaris, Betty Ann Eckert-Platt, Karen Endy, Scott Feinerman, Jerry Frankel, Joanne Froelich, Scott Goldstein, Hilda Greenberg-Reagan, Ida Hauptman, Manuel Kay, Philip Kazan, Blanche Klein, Seymour Landsman, Lenore Leipson-Lenley, Edward Lembeck, Robert Malbin, Alvin Matt, Rhoda Ostriger, Gladys Perlstein, Zvika Press, Alan Ross, Jacqueline Audrey Rubin, Robert Rubinger, Alice Rudin, Natalia Shlomuik, Arnold Schoenfeld, Mildred Schwartz, Sandra Schwartz, Burton Sherman, Kate Simon, Brent Smith, Linda Stein, Howard Sternheim, Alfred Taubman, Arthur Tucker, Victor White, Philip Wiesel, Bruce Russell Wilk.
On behalf of the Kehila Kedoshah, the sacred community, the family of families of Temple Israel, We lovingly remember on this Shabbat Edward Aram, Stephen Barkin, J. Lewis Beckerman, Mark Benson, Barbara Berman, Oscar Brescher, Linda Berger, Howard Feinberg, Julius Greenberg, Sally Intralgater, Samuel Clapper, Roberta Cohn, Thomas Munch, Frida Schwartz, Helen Siegel, Ian Spira, Carol Lippman-Tushman, Jane R. Udell. And during the month of Shloshim, we take to heart those who have been taken from us in these recent weeks. Jerome S. Serchuk, Jerome Frederick Green, Emily Fisher Landau, Howard Gottlieb, and now Martin Abbey. Zichronam livracha, may they be for a blessing.
If you are in recent days or weeks or months of mourning, we invite you to stand. If you are remembering a yahrzeit, the anniversary of a loss, we invite you to also stand. And together as one community, we rise in comfort with those who are grieving and in remembrance that there are many who leave no one to remember them by name, as we give thanks for the love that we share till today and always with our Mourner's Kaddish on page 17. Yit gadal vayit kadash shamei rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich machutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yahei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam ul'almei almaya. Yit barach vayish tabach vayit pa'ar vayit romam vayit naseh vayit hadar vayit alev vayit halal shemei dekudesha barichu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata ta'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God grant peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are sorrowing, as together we say, Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. We sing Yalalai together. Yalalai, 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 yalalai,
So good to have all of you with us, whether you are here virtually or in person. Your presence is a blessing. What a delight it is about to be also for us when we will continue our celebration of Shabbat and Israel through the spirited and boundless talent of Noah and Gildor. After they finish their performance, we invite those who are here with Calling Generations to go up to the Leventrit room on the 4th floor for their special oneg, and the rest of us can greet each other on our way out. And now we sanctify this Shabbat day with the Kiddush on page 3.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam boreh peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ava u'b'ratzon inchilanu zikaron למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודש, זכר תחיית מצרים. כיוונו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המוציא לחם מן הארץ. אמן.
Tonight, we are honored to welcome back a very special duo to help us mark 75 years since David Ben-Gurion declared the creation of the State of Israel. Achinoam Nini and Gildur join us this Shabbat filled with the same tangle of emotions so many Israelis and so many of us in the diaspora bring to this Independence Day. Pride, trepidation, happiness, indignation. On the one hand, we cannot help but say in wonderment, look at what Israel has become. On the other, in light of recent events, we cannot help worrying, what will Israel become? For Achinoam, known worldwide as Noah, the welter of emotions is all the more complicated because she is more than a singer, poet, percussionist, and songwriter with 15 international albums. While she's performed at Carnegie Hall and at the White House for 3 popes and shared stages with Stevie Wonder, Andrea Bocelli, and Sting, she is also a committed activist and one of Israel's most prominent advocates for social justice, human rights, dialogue, and coexistence. She represented Israel at the Eurovision Song Competition in 2009, performing with Arab-Israeli singer Mira Awad. They've both performed here together too. And Noah is a fierce critic of the current government and an equally fierce defender of her country's founding values. She performs tonight with her long-standing musical collaborator Gildur, who happens to be one of the greatest guitarists in the world. So with thanks to our Stryker Center's director, Dr. Gadi Levy, please welcome back to our bima in anticipation of Yom HaAtzmaut, Achinoam Nini and Gildur.
בסוף המדבר יש מקום רחוק מלא פרחי בר, מקום קטן עלוב ומשוגע, מקום רחוק, מקום בלי דאגה. אומרים שם מה שיקרה וחושבים על כל מה שקרה, אלוהים שם יושב ורואה ושומר על כל מה שברא. אסור לכתוב את פרחי הגן, אסור לכתוב את פרחי הגן, ודואג נורא. בקצה השמיים וסוף המדבר יש מקום רחוק מלא פרחי בר, מקום קטן עלוב ומשוגע, מקום רחוק, מקום לדאגה. אומרים שם מה שיקרה וחושבים על כל מה שקרה, אלוהים שם יושב ורואה ושומר על כל מה שברא. אסור לכתוב את פרחי הגן, אסור לכתוב את פרחי הגן, ודואג נורא. אומרים שם מה שיקרה וחושבים על כל מה שקרה, אלוהים שם יושב ורואה ושומר על כל מה שברא. אסור לכתוב את פרחי הגן, אסור לכתוב את פרחי הגן, ודואג נורא. אוויר הרים צלול כיין וריח אורנים, נישא ברוח אפיים עם כל פעמונים, ובתרדמת אילן בעמק שרויה בחלומה, בעיר אשר בדד יושבת ובליבה חומה, ירושלים של זהב ושל חושת ושלום, הלא יכול שירה ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני גיבור. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני גיבור. אך בבואי היום לשיר לך ולך לקשור כתרים, קטונתי מצעיר פנייך ומאחרון המשוררים, כי שמך צורם את השפתיים כנשיקת שרה. אם אשכחך ירושלים אשר כולה זרה, ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני גיבור. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני איתכם אני נשתת פעם
בשני נופים שונים, שורשיי בשני נופים שונים. My roots are both sides of the sea. My roots in whom I fly, fly, fly. Many, many, many years ago, they walked across the desert to the promised land. My family, old and young, in the dead of night, hand in hand, from Yemen to Jerusalem, Jerusalem. What were they seeking? What did they think they would find? A new place, a new chance to redefine. A place where their spirit could be free. A place where many years later was born a little girl. That's me, that's me. And then they spread their wings again and again to another promised land. New York, yes, another promised land. There again they sought to find peace of mind, broadening horizons, roots and wings, and other things, other things. But this little girl flew. She traveled, she knew where the gold lay. She made her way to Jerusalem alone. Jerusalem became her home. Jerusalem of gold. Of all the stories told, the songs sung. She has come tonight to say there must be another way. There must be another way. Jerusalem, city of gold, my home. I worry about you, but you'll never be alone. That line from the desert through New York to Tel Aviv, and the flag woven, and the freedom that we need. My roots on both sides of the sea, to two lands of democracy, to beauty and hope. The line goes on. My roots and wings are a song. My roots and wings are a song. Ladies and gentlemen, shalom. How happy to be here with you we are, hayom. How happy to be here with you in this incredible place. Tall ceilings, smiling faces. Here we are with songs and dreams again. Thank you for coming, good women and men. La la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la la, na 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 na. אני יודע, עננים אפורים מתפזרים לארבע רוחות, נחל אכזב מתמלא, דשא ירוק מכסה, והמרחב נפתח לשמיים. זוג עיניים מביטות מחפשות צללות בכחול הקר, מרחפות באוויר אל הזהב המאיר את שערה הרע. מישאלה, מה את רואה? מה בליבך צוחק? אין לו תחת דממה, אז את עיניי לי תפקח, קשת אחת במזרח והלא די בכך. משאלה, מה את רואה? מה בליבך צוחק? אין לו תחת דממה, אז את עיניי לי תפקח, קשת אחת במזרח והלא די בכך. עננים אפורים מתפזרים לארבע רוחות, נחל אכזב מתמלא, דשא ירוק מכסה, והמרחב נפתח. ולא די לי, די לי בכך, ולא די לי, ולא די בכך.
Bernstein.
קרבתך וקרבת הים גזלו את שנתי, נשמת אפך נשבה מן הים ותחדור מלוכה אל ביתי, וגלים בדוח ים עולים בבכיים ממרומי אהבתי. בואי כלה בירח אדום מול הים מפקד דמך, בירח אדום מול הים דמי בדמך, וגלים בדוח ים זועקים בבכיים את שמך, את שמך, את שמך. בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה, קרבתך וקרבת הים גזלו את שנתי, נשמת אפך נשבה מן הים ותחדור מלוכה אל ביתי, וגלים בדוח ים זועקים בבכיים למרומי אהבתי. בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי. איך אסגור את חלוני וקרובה סופה, איך אסגור את חלוני ואת יחפה, איך אסגור את חלוני והים קרה, איך אסגור את חלוני ואת ערה. שנתי קרה והאוח מלב הלב, את שנתי קרה הוא קרה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי Thank you.
So, when asked to perform tonight by Gadi Levi, our dear friend, celebrating Israel, I was challenged in many ways. This is a very difficult time for Israel right now, and we're really praying for her and working for her future. You're all welcome to join us Sunday in the demonstration in Washington Square at 12 noon. We'll be there. But I was thinking of all kinds of amazing things that I could say about Israel and Israel's musical world. And I was thinking of the Israel Philharmonic, for example. Gil and I had the honor of working with the Israel Philharmonic many, many times. What an incredible orchestra. And having grown up here in the United States and in New York City, I got to see a lot of musicals and loved Broadway. And my absolute hero was and is Leonard Bernstein. Leonard Bernstein was the historic musical director of the Israel Philharmonic. Actually, I think founded it, right? During COVID, Gil and I made an album of songs that inspired us, standards and other songs that have been very important for us in our career. The album is called Afterology, and it features this incredible song by the one and only Leonard Bernstein. Could be, who knows? There's something new in it there. I will know right away, soon as it shows. And make them cannonballing down through the sky, gleaming its eye, bright as a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block on a beach, under a tree. Got a feeling there's a miracle too, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shock, phone will jingle, door will knock, open the latch. Something's coming, don't know when, but it's soon to catch the moon, one-handed catch. Around the corner, or tripping down the river. Come on, deliver to me. Will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just by holding still, it'll be there. Come on, something, come on in. Don't be shy. Meet a guy, pull up a chair. The air is humming, and something great is coming. Could be. It's only just out of reach, down the block on a beach. Maybe tonight, maybe tonight, maybe tonight. So, I don't know how many of you have read or even heard of the amazing Ben Sidran book, There Was a Fire. Have you heard of this book? I highly recommend it. Ben Sidran actually takes us on this journey through the incredible contribution of Jewish songwriters to the American musical dream, to the American dream at all. And it's endless. It's endless and amazing. So I highly recommend this book. But the next song that I'm going to sing, also from Afterology, was actually written by one of the great American songwriters who is not Jewish. But reading about him in Wikipedia, we read this incredible quote. And he is quoted saying that, you know what, I get it. If I want to write a hit song, I have to write a Jewish tune. He said that. Yep. Now, think about it. A lot of these incredible standards sound like tefillot, like the things that we were hearing before. He said it to Oscar Hammerstein, right? For example, ya ba 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 boy ba boy ba boy ba ba boy. Ya ba 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 boy ba boy ba boy ba ba boy. It's ya ba ba boy. It's all Yiddish. It all sounds like Yiddish. I'm Yemenite, but I like the Yiddish stuff. Ba boy ba boy boy. Right, exactly. So it's all that. So we're talking about Cole Porter, the great Cole Porter, and we're going to sing a song. Yeah, amazing. And we sing a song that we recorded. And now Cole, this is another funny anecdote. Okay, Cole Porter in this song that we're going to sing wrote about 15 different verses to the song. Only a few are commonly performed. And we learned that he wrote it like a gossip column of the time. He was actually sharing all kinds of like juicy details about all kinds of stuff that was going on in Hollywood at the time. So I decided to also write some verses of my own as a modern gossip column. This is a few years ago, and we actually asked permission. The publishers agreed. They said that he would actually probably like that. And see if you can pick up who I am referring to here. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked at as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good authors, too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes. If drive fast cars you like, if low bars you like, if old hymns you like, if bad limbs you like, if Mae West you like, or me undressed you like, well, nobody gonna oppose. So though I'm not a great romancer, I know that you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes. The world has gone mad today, good's bad today, black's white today, wrong's right today, and that gent today you gave a cent today once had several chateaus. If folks whose aches are not fake, seen multimillionaires ask for tax breaks and free IOs, anything goes, anything. If redhead he who lies and blunders, whose brain is in constant slumbers, pretends he knows, anything goes. If bluehead B, who's far from dumb, goes and uses old tea to run from his courtroom walls, anything goes. Just think of those shocks you got, and those knocks you got, and those blues you've got, from those news you've got, and those pains you've got, if any brains you've got, from those silly TV shows. So think again, it's not infectious. Think of those things connecting us, friends and foes. Anything goes. So think again, it's not infectious. Think of that thing connecting us, friends and foes. Anything goes, anything goes, anything goes, anything goes, anything goes, anything goes. Thank you. So, just before COVID, Gil and I decided to dedicate an album to the great Johann Sebastian Bach, who was, for us, is the Everest of music. We wanted to climb up Everest. Why not? We've been Gildor, but this is Gildor! Gildor! Gil and I have been working together for are you holding on? Record 33 years. Yeah. Yeah, he's the best. So, we made a lot of albums, wrote a lot of songs, blah, blah, blah. Now, Bach. Our collaborator here was Quincy Jones. The great Quincy Jones is the executive producer of this album. He really loved the idea, and we had such a good time making it. So I decided to write lyrics to Bach, and Gil plays this crazy stuff on the piano. So here we go. This is the first one. It's called The Race. This is a ditty by Johann Sebastian Bach. It's very pretty in the way it sways my heart. Now look, a melody will start and send an arrow or a dart into an unsuspecting heart. Cupid plays his classic part, and then another melody will start a race. It puts a smile upon my face that I can't seem to erase. Oh, Mr. Bach, you blow my mind. Though I may search, I'll never find a way to understand that race. That way your melodies embrace like lovers do, so deep, so true. And then they start anew to chase each other and to imitate and emulate. And I'm getting dizzy, but oh God, this makes me feel alive, like lovers everywhere on earth. Your melodies will sometimes fight, but after tears there is rebirth, and we find ways to make things right. Those melodies are you and me. We trip and fall, we're blind, we see, we thank the gods that we are free. Hallelujah. Our melodies have found their home, and so must we, and say shalom. Thank you. Thank you. Little loving, just a little loving, that is all I need, yes indeed. Little loving, just a little loving, and I'll start believing in the Lord above and all those stories about the man, the ark, the dove, Moses bringing those tablets of 10. Love for a woman and man. I don't need all of humanity, all I need is you. You make me feel the world is not a basket case. When through my tears I see your smiling face. A little love and just a love and passion, and I'll see the world in optimistic fashion. Though it seems that we are losing, I can't connect to what the world is choosing. I'd resurrect a simple way of loving. Mine is push and shoving. Ooh, ooh. The angels sing a little love, bring it in. A little loving, just a little loving, elementary. Little loving, just a little loving every night and day. The anger melts away, come on. Let's put our weapons down, erase the fear, the frown, and let the sun shine in. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Toda rabah. So we're here standing on this beautiful stage, and we're actually going to be here again in a few days in Israel's Memorial Day ceremony. Very honored to be singing in that beautiful ceremony. So Memorial Day is a difficult moment for us in Israel. And I'd like to mention to you, I don't know how many of you know, that every year in Memorial Day, there is a special ceremony that takes place. It is called the Joint Israeli-Palestinian Memorial Day Service. We have had the honor of singing in that service, in that ceremony, many, many times. Unfortunately, this time we will be here, fortunately as well. But we support the incredible endeavor of mourning together. Because only if we can share each other's pain can we hope to share each other's joy someday. So this ceremony has been founded by two organizations, Combatants for Peace and the Parents Circle Family Forum, which we are deeply involved in. The next song I'm going to sing was inspired by two women from the Parents Circle Family Forum, an Israeli and a Palestinian bereaved mother, two mothers. They actually appear in the video clip that we created for the song that we made in the desert. I wrote lyrics to the Largo from Bach's Concerto for Piano in F minor. Look at me across the border, beyond the wall. Look at me the way you would observe yourself in life's broken mirror. No, I refuse to bow to those who say the world is changing now, and as it changes, there's no way to
to see the other like a child lost in the loneliest night. Those who'd sent us to fear and fight. Here is a woman in labor. Her child will soon be born, but who knows if he'll find favor in the eyes of those who rule and rampage, who dominate the earth and skies. With words of hate they close the gates of hope. Come, we cannot let them blind us, for every woman in the world knows what it's like when they cripple and bind us. Forever searching and waiting and anticipating, we ask ourselves when, we ask again and again, when will we finally find freedom? Look, there is a crack and it's growing. There is a light and it's glowing through the sorrow, beyond the tears, beyond tomorrow. There must be something more that we can do. I can see you, your beauty shows. Beyond your weakness and pain, it glows. The morning is near now. As the stars disappear, we'll shatter that wall. We'll watch it fall. Together, sister, we can. Come, give me your hand. תודה. תודה רבה. So, like every Israeli, Jewish mother everywhere in the world, I want to show off about my kids. So I have 3 children. I have a 22-year-old boy who's just finishing the military after having done extra time with computer sciences. I have a 13-year-old girl. And in the middle, I have Enea, who is my amazing 19-year-old. So, I don't know how many of you know, whoever's not Israeli might not know what a Shnat Shirut is, a year of service. Do you know what that is? Many Israeli young people, and this is pretty amazing that they do that, many Israeli young people, beyond their military service of 2 years, give another year to the state. They volunteer.
2 years for girls.
It's 2 years for girls and 3 for boys. They give another year to the state, where they volunteer in different institutes around Israel, in difficult places. My daughter chose to do this. She also wants to be in combat. I mean, she wants to be a fighter for 2 years. But before that, she is now in the midst of this project in a boarding school for young people who have really undergone the most horrible circumstances in life. Abuse that has brought them to psychiatric hospitals, to hospitalization, and then this is a place of recovery, this boarding school, where these kids, my daughter and her friends, help them like older brothers and sisters and organize events for them, help with their work, and also take care of them, and often encounter very difficult situations that these kids undergo. I'm so proud of my daughter for doing this, and so proud of so many Israeli youth for volunteering in this way. This is, for me, the beauty of Israel. Again, when we're talking about what is beautiful and what is to be celebrated about Israel, is this incredible spirit of giving and volunteering. And it is this spirit that we need to protect and preserve. And of course, we can only do that if we sustain Israel's democracy. And that's why we're fighting for that.
So what is amazing, though, is that my daughter made the transition from being the most Instagram queen, spoiled kid to doing this. And so when I was making this album, Letters to Bach, by the way, that's the name of the album, Letters to Bach, I decided to create a monologue, actually write a monologue that my daughter was speaking to me at the time through Bach. So here we have Enea and Bach. Oh, mama dear, do not expect me to come polite. I'm in the middle of a story. My body's doing things I can't understand. My mind is banging like a big bright brass band. As for my mouth, well, as we can both tell, it's making bolts look slow. Oh, mama dear, don't ask me to calm down. I can't, I try to answer you politely. Then I rant, but believe me, this is nothing I can control. And besides that, both of us are playing a role. You are trying to save me from myself. It's for my own health. And then we both yell until we sound like sirens rushing to a fire. Oh, mama dear, there is so much that you can't see. I'm caught into a loop and everything is me. I'm taught to think that I can tear the world apart, and every selfie is a stunning work of art. Oh, mama dear, it's very clear we're lost inside a world that tells us that the other is a thing we need to buy. The global warming is a joke at best, or a blatant lie. Our plastic islands floating in the sea are far away, so why worry? Oh, mama dear, just look at me. I'm smarter than you'll ever be. Got a heart of gold, I'm brave and bold. I'll save the world like mama's girl. Come on now, mama, let's just hold each other very tight and say good night. No, baby, no, baby, no, baby, no. Don't you ever say you're gonna go ahead and leave me. No, baby, don't ever go. When I'm with you, I'm elated. All the rest is overrated. Every word saying every moment of the day, Scooby-Doo, the Shooby-Doo, because we're shining like a duplicate, we're stealing, do a rubber, ever say good day. So, baby, so, baby, so, baby, so. What do you say we take a little stroll around Tel Aviv? Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. Sip and shake and hit the shopping. Then go dancing till we drumming. Well, around a wiggle like an always make a giggle when the two of us are moving. All the universe is grooving and the rhythm is so that all our cats away. Hey, baby, you know it's true. You and me got to both stay together. Step back, step, baby, do what you do. People say you're crazy, disconnected, baby. He's about to have a got a notion of the power in emotion and the same, but your motion takes my breath away. Don't walk out that door, I'm saying. Life's a song, Gilly, and we all playing. Then, you could change, but it's never really wrong. Short and sweet with the beat, with the bong. Make it short, make it long. Tell me that you're staying. Hey, baby, you know it's true. You and me got to both stay together. Step back, do what you do. People say you're crazy, disconnected, baby. He's about to have a kind of notion of the power in emotion and the separated toast takes my breath away. You are all my eyes are seeing. Now that we're about dinner and Bach was smiling when he wrote this little song. So I'll smile and again I will say, every single day, will you stay? Ah, baby, are you stay? That's Bach. Ladies and gentlemen, our little concert has come to an end. But before we go, I'd like to say thank you to Paolo Villarish on the sound. Thank you to Chantal, our tour manager, to Gadi Levy and all the staff of Temple Wine Stricker for having us. Toda rabah. And to you for coming, opening your heart and mind. We wish you joy, good health, happiness. We wish Israel a happy birthday, and may it be a happy birthday if we make it so. We wish Israel to flourish and grow. All good things, good people. Shabbat shalom. Amen. Et kol הכוכבים תמן, את הסהר עטף ושחור, מצפון ועד תימן אין קרן אור. את כל הכוכבים תמן, את הסהר עטף ושחור, מצפון ועד תימן אין קרן אור. אין אור, אין קרן אור, אין אור, אין קרן אור. בבוקר רמנו, זקפו למותנה יחגוג, מצפון ועד תימן אין קרן אור. בבוקר רמנו, זקפו למותנה יחגוג, מצפון ועד תימן אין קרן אור. אין אור, אין קרן אור, אין אור, אין קרן אור, אין אור, אין אור, אין קרן אור, אין אור, אין אור, אין קרן אור. הדליק ענן הלבן ועולה בי השחור, מצפון ועד תימן יזרח האור. הדליק ענן הלבן ועולה בי השחור, מצפון ועד תימן יזרח האור. האור, יזרח האור, האור, יזרח האור. השחור, מצפון ועד תימן יזרח האור. האור, יזרח האור, האור, יזרח האור. האור, האור, יזרח האור. האור, האור, יזרח האור. Thank you very much. תודה רבה. Thank you, Gildor, the one and only. Woo! תודה חברים, תודה רבה. Thank you.
Please join me in once more thanking Achinoam Nini and Gildor. Chag Atzmaut Sameach, Chodesh Tov, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.